This is the Sakar Murli of the 21st of June 2023. Essence. Sweet children, you clouds come to the Father, the ocean of knowledge, to meet him personally and to fill yourselves. You do not come here to go on a pilgrimage or for the fresh mountain air. Question. While living at home with your family, what method should you move along with so that you become ever healthy? Answer. In order to become ever healthy, always say, Baba, Baba, I want to eat with only you. I want to go around with only you. Hand over everything to the Father with your intellect. Have the consciousness that you are being sustained by Shiv Baba's sustenance. Have no attachment to anything. Offer everything to him and eat according to his orders, and everything will become pure, and you will become ever healthy. Song. The resident of the faraway land has come into the foreign land. Om Shanti. You daughters come here to meet the one who resides in the faraway land. You daughters don't come here to go on a pilgrimage or for the fresh mountain air. People go to the mountains for fresh air, but you children come here to meet the Mother and Father. You know that the Mother and Father who reside in the faraway land has come to this foreign land. Why does he come? To create heaven. Children come from very far away, from different villages to meet him. They will also come from abroad. For what? It is not to see anything. Souls, that is human souls, come to meet the Mother and Father. The Mother and Father is the resident of the faraway land. In front of whom are you sitting? You are sitting in front of the Mother and Father, from whom you will receive the happiness of heaven. However, you will only receive that by following his directions. This is why Srimat is praised so much. God's versions of Srimat have been remembered. The Srimat of Brahma, Vishnu or Shankar is not remembered. The Mother and Father whose praise is sung is the highest of all. They invoke the Creator of the world, the Mother and Father. Come into this dirty, impure world and purify us. He has now come into this foreign land. You too are sitting in this foreign land. This is Ravan's land. Akasur, Bakasur, Putna, Sapnaka, Hiranyakashipu, etc., names of the devils, are all names of human beings in this world. There is no other form of devil. Deities neither have any other form, nor do they have 4 arms. Just as these are human beings, so the deities are also human beings. But they take rebirth in that pure land. The golden and silver ages are like the Father's home. When you go to heaven, you go to your home. You are now in a foreign home, in Ravan's home. Therefore the Father comes and liberates you from Ravan's home. For half a cycle you have been taking rebirth in the land of Maya. In the golden and silver ages, it used to be the kingdom of Rama. the kingdom of God, because it was established by God. For half a cycle you took rebirth there. Then for half a cycle you took rebirth in Ravan's kingdom. You children understand who it is you are now sitting in front of. That one is the teacher as well as the Satguru. You mothers are also teachers, and you are Satgurus as well. You also teach in order to change human beings into deities. From the devilish community, you are now becoming those who belong to the divine community. The Father is present in this chariot in order to change you from thorns into flowers. That one goes to meet the children in other countries as well, because he is the living ocean of knowledge. He is not a non-living ocean who would drown anyone. No, that one is living. It has been remembered that souls and the Supreme Soul were separated for a long time. Therefore God comes here, and souls also come here to meet him. Children come from all directions. The Father also tours around. Devotees have built temples everywhere. They create non-living images of Christ, but he is a bodily being. Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar are also bodily beings. God is the highest of them all. He doesn't have a body of his own. Everyone calls him the Father, the Supreme Soul, God the Father. He doesn't have a physical or subtle body, yet he definitely does come. How does he come? Everyone has forgotten this. It cannot be said that Sri Krishna is the purifier, or that God enters the body of Sri Krishna to purify the impure. Therefore it is wrong to say God Sri Krishna speaks. What could he create through Sri Krishna's mouth? Deities? No. Firstly, Brahmins are needed, and for that Brahma is needed. Otherwise, what would Brahma's occupation be? Because Sri Krishna's name is used, Brahma's biography disappears. If the Golden Age were established through Sri Krishna, then Brahma's occupation would disappear. The children who come here understand, but those who don't understand think that this is just another satsang where we recite the Gita. You children understand who speaks here. It is the ocean of knowledge, the most beloved mother and father who speaks. How sweet and lovely he is. You cannot call any human being sweet, because they are all very bitter and vicious. The Father is purifying them. Therefore God is the highest on high. Below him, out of all the human beings who have been and gone, they are all now impure. Until the Father comes and purifies everyone, they all remain impure and unhappy. Human beings say that the Iron Age lasts for thousands of years. That is impossible. The great Mahabharat war, through which the gates to the land of liberation and liberation in life will open, is standing ahead. Until then, no one can receive liberation or liberation in life. Everyone continues to wander around here. It is as though they are in a maze. They continue to stumble around and are unable to find the exit. They want to go through the gates of liberation and liberation in life. When someone dies, they say he has become a resident of heaven. However, this is hell. They can only go to heaven when the Father comes and teaches Raj Yoga. Only then can they claim the status of a king or subject. This is an income. People ask, what sort of income did so-and-so earn that he became so wealthy? Similarly, when and what sort of income did the deities of the Golden Age earn in order to become like that? Surely they must have earned it at the end of the Iron Age, because that is how they became deities in the Golden Age. You now understand that you are earning such an income that you will become the masters of heaven. You will definitely experience the results of that in heaven. You are now at the confluence of the Iron and Golden Ages. They have made it a separate age. The Father explains the philosophy of karma, neutral karma and sinful karma. He says, children, only perform the actions that I now teach you. This age cannot be called the Iron Age. No one knows about this confluence age. Even when the Golden Age changes into the Silver Age, no one at that time knows that they are passing through the confluence of the Golden and Silver Ages. It is remembered later that so-and-so used to rule in the Golden Age and that so-and-so used to rule in the Silver Age. When the Copper Age began, the deities fell onto the path of sin. Only you now understand all of these aspects. No one else has this knowledge. Only you study the history and geography of the world. You have that aim and objective. Wherever there are Gita Pashalas in the world, they recite the Vedas and scriptures, but they don't have any aim or objective. Schools or colleges are called Pashalas, places of study. Those studies are at least sources of income. Through this study, you have the aim and objective of becoming pure and going to the land of liberation. Then from there you will go down to play your parts in the Golden Age. You know all about the parts you have to play from the beginning of the Golden Age to the end of the Iron Age. You clouds have come here to fill yourselves in order to create your source of income for 21 births. This study is very elevated, and the one who teaches it is the one God, the highest on high. All the rest are brothers and sisters. Brahma, Saraswati, Shankar, Parvati and Vishnu are all his children. Children cannot receive an inheritance from children. An inheritance is received from a father. Whatever effort you make, you will receive an inheritance accordingly. Effort is very easy. Acha, if you are unable to speak much knowledge, then acquire a small room on 3 feet of land and open a Gita Pashala. Put up a board that says, "Come and claim your inheritance for 21 births from the Father." Put up a small board. Write on it, "To claim the kingdom of heaven for 21 births is your godly birthright. By all means come in and inquire." The one whom you call Mother and Father is definitely the Creator of heaven. Therefore you would surely receive your inheritance of heaven from him. He says, "Constantly remember me and forget all others." Although you live with this one and see this one in front of you, your intellect should go up above. You receive Baba's orders, so you should place them on your heads. The Father issues an ordinance. Children, stop the business of drinking poison. He does not speak to anyone else. He only explains to the children. None from outside can sit in this gathering until they have done the 7 days course. There is a story of how an angel brought an impure human being into the court of Indra and how she was punished. It is against the rules for anyone to sit here before he has been in a bhatti for 7 days and become clean. Yes, if an important person comes to meet you, and after listening to you, he wants to see the morning class, you can ask permission from the seniors to let him come. When you see that he is good and that he won't pick up wrong things, you can first explain a little to him, and he can then be given permission to come. Explain to everyone, this is our Mother and Father, through whom we receive the happiness of heaven. This is our Father, Teacher and Guru, all three. It is as though you have received 3 engines together. It is at this time that you meet all 3 at once. Outside you meet them separately. Firstly, it is the Father, then the Teacher, then in old age a Guru is adopted. Who are you now being sustained by? Shiv Baba. Because you offer whatever you have to Shiv Baba, it is as though you are being sustained from Shiv Baba's treasure store. You donated everything you had to Shiv Baba, and you are now being sustained from that. You receive very pure food. Elsewhere it isn't possible for someone to give a donation and then be sustained from that. There, whoever receives the donation keeps it. Here, whatever you give to Shiv Baba, it is made very pure, and it is from that you are sustained. The Father says, while living at home, have the consciousness that everything belongs to Baba. When you eat in this consciousness, it is as though you are eating from Shiv Baba's treasure store. You do not have attachment to it, but you consider it to belong to the Father. It has been given to you by the Father, and you have offered it to him. You eat according to his orders. Although you live at home, you eat from Shiv Baba's treasure store. You say, I will eat with only you, and I will tour around with only you. By saying Baba, Baba, your yoga will remain linked to him. You will become ever healthy. This is the sanatorium to become healthy. People don't stay in those sanatoriums throughout their whole life. They stay there for a short time and then leave. You are sitting here and becoming ever healthy for 21 births. Why do you come here? In order to become ever healthy, ever wealthy, and ever happy for half a cycle. You come here with this thought. You do not come here for fresh air or to go on a pilgrimage. You come here to meet Shiv Baba. The Father also comes into this foreign land and enters a foreign body. The Gita that has been remembered must be right in some aspects. They invoke the Father to come. Therefore he surely has to come to purify the impure. Impure ones cannot go to him in the supreme abode to be purified. They cannot go there. every devotee's soul calls out, "Baba, come." The Father says, "I come in order to grant salvation and liberation to all." There is only the one Father who has mercy for all. What mercy does he have? He gives Srimat. Srimat is very famous. By following it, you will become elevated, that is, the masters of heaven. It all depends on how much you follow these directions. He doesn't give you any other difficulties such as doing hatha yoga or stumbling to pilgrimage places. Wherever you are, whether in America or the Philippines, you have to live at home with your family and remain like a lotus flower. There is the example of King Janak. Yours is Raj Yoga. Sannyasis say the happiness of heaven is like the droppings of a crow. However, the Raj Yoga of Bharat is very famous. No one knows it. Only the ancient Father can teach ancient Raj Yoga. The Gita, the Vedas and the scriptures, etc. are all paraphernalia on the path of devotion. The tree has to grow fully, and later on that same tree has to bear fruit. You have come to the Mother and Father in order to be refreshed, and you will come again and again because you experience pleasure in being personally in front of him. However, you cannot sit here forever. That is not the law. You definitely have to take care of your home and family. This study place will still continue to grow a great deal. If these obstacles, etc., did not arise, it would grow so much. That is why obstacles come. How can 5,000 sit here together and study? That is why a limit is set, so that the Father can see them personally. He only sees souls, he does not see bodies. Those whom Baba looks at with his powerful vision even forget their bodies. Because he is the magnet, it is as though they become unconscious. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap Dada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual Father. Essence for Dharna. 1. In order to reach the high destination, you have received 3 engines in the form of the Father, Teacher and the Guru. Constantly move forward in this consciousness. 2. Let your intellect remain aware that you have handed over everything to the Father and that you are being sustained by him. Remove all your bitterness of impurity and become very sweet and pure. Blessing. May you constantly have zeal and enthusiasm, and from the fullness of your experiences become a master almighty authority. Experience is the greatest authority of all. Become full of the experience of every virtue, every power, and every point of knowledge, and the shine of zeal and enthusiasm will then be constantly visible on your face. Now, together with listening and speaking, play a special part of being an image of experience. Those who have the authority of experience will experience themselves to be constantly full. Just as a seed is full, In the same way, because of being full of knowledge, virtues and powers, you will become a master, almighty authority. Slogan. Amrit Vela is the time for receiving special sustenance from God. Know the importance of this time and take the full benefit of it. Om Shanti.